to everyone who is watching, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm your Dungeon Master, Jeffrey.
And I am Jack Will, human artificer. Yes.
Yeah, yes, good. And
And I'm Lilia, half-elf cleric.
half-elf cleric, okay. So a cleric and an artificer. That is actually hard to say a little bit. Easy to get tongue-tied. Okay, so last time we had a little adventure in the dark and met some people, and you guys solved a little mystery, right? And the adventure hasn't even really begun yet. The real adventure starts tonight, I hope. All right. So just to recap, last time you had followed the green wizard who you met in the town. You followed him through the dark, through the woods. You snuck into his house. Yeah. And then he held you at crossbow point for sneaking into his house and following him. But it turned out he's not really the green wizard. He's just faking as the green wizard to make money. But you reached an agreement, AG. You got Jack Will. You got your letter back that you had accidentally given him, thinking he was the green wizard. And then you made an arrangement that the next day you would go find the real green wizard together, and you would take the imposter, the pretender, with you, right? And then everyone settled into sleep. So Gemini, the pretender, the imposter green wizard, went to his bed. And Jack Will, you slept on the couch with a big comfy sofa in front of the fire. And Rhinalina, you went outside to sleep with the dogs, the dog, in the nature, right? Okay, great. All right, so let's take from there. Do you have any questions really quick?
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Then you wake up in the morning.
Okay.
Nothing happened overnight.
Good. That's good.
So quickly, Rhinalina, maybe you wake up earlier. I don't know, because the sun rises outside. And are you an early riser, Rhinalina?
Yes.
Okay. So, and you're outside. So you wake up and the sun is shining through the forest a little bit. And the dog is still with you. And where are you sleeping? Way out in the woods or near the house, the cottage?
Near the house, but on a tree.
Okay, so you climbed up into some large trees and okay, great.
If there is.
There are, yes, there are large trees.
Oh, okay.
Sure, that's okay.
And then the dog is sleeping like underneath.
Okay, yeah, the dog is maybe not sleeping in the tree with you, I imagine. You could probably invite the cat, but okay. So the dog is sleeping under the tree with you. Okay. So when you wake up, you see that there's smoke coming out of the fireplace, the chimney of the farmhouse. And that's it. And Jack will,
Mhm.
uh, as you wake up,
Mhm.
there's a fire,
Mhm.
a small fire warming up, and there's tea sitting on the table next to you, fresh looking tea. It's steaming.
Oh, oh. You you make that? You made that?
You don't see Gemini yet.
Oh, really?
You just see the tea set there.
Uh-huh.
And there's a small fire going, and the cat, Mirantha, is on the chair, on the other chair across from the table,
Mhm.
also still curled up, but yeah, just kind of relaxing there.
Mhm.
And that's what you wake up to.
Mhm. Okay, I will call Rainalini.
Okay. So, Jack, as you kind of start to kind of get yourself moving a little bit and get ready to call, you hear Gemini say, "Oh, why don't you have some tea?"
Oh, I'm drinking that.
Okay, you're drinking tea.
Mhm.
Good. And you call Rainalina.
Yeah, yes. I will call her.
So, Rainalina, you hear Jack's voice calling out your name.
Mhm.
Okay.
Please come on name.
Okay. And I'll go in the house.
Okay.
And the dog is following me.
Okay. And the dog will come into the house. Are you leading the dog into the house?
Like he's following me, and then, but he was not sure to go in the house before
Hmm. Right.
yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday
But
night. Yes.
but how about this time? I can decide.
You can decide this time. Yeah. So.
Oh, he's following me.
Okay. So you're inviting him into the house. Okay. So yeah, if you're kind of inviting him to the house, this time he stops at the door and kind of sniffs around,
Hmm.
and then kind of quietly follows you in
Hmm.
and walks over to the chair where the cat is.
Oh,
And the cat kind of gets up and kind of hisses at the dog a little bit.
okay.
And the dog kind of steps over to the fire and curls up in front of the fire
Okay.
and is kind of looking at you, waiting.
Hmm.
And so you're also in the house.
Hmm.
So as you're entering the house and standing there, and after the dog curls up in front of the fire, then Gemini comes back with a skillet
Hmm.
and like a cast iron pan,
Hmm.
and he puts it on the fire and asks if you guys would like some bacon and eggs and
Oh,
bread and cheese.
wow.
And he motions Rhinolinia for you to also have tea if you like.
vegetarian, so I won't eat the bacon and the egg.
All right, well, suit yourself. There's more for Jack and I. But, well, how about bread and cheese? I have some of that.
Well, I can. Well, I appreciate the bread.
And a plate, a plate with some bread comes floating over to you.
Maybe no bread either.
No bread. Okay, and he waves off the bread, and the bread.
I'm sorry that the bread might be not for vegetarian, so I better to be careful about it.
So, are you telling Gemini that in character, or?
No, can I just kind of go back that I won't get anything?
Okay, yeah. So he shoos away the bread, and the bread, the platter of bread, the little plate of bread, floats down next to the tea, near you, Jack. And then Gemini picks up the cat and pets the cat, and then puts the cat down on the floor and invites you, Rhinolinia, to sit in the chair, if you like.
I better to go find my breakfast
To where?
to outside.
All right.
Like berries and nuts.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you speaking in character or just speaking?
Sorry, it's just
That's okay. But you can also talk in character if you like.
okay. Then I'll ask the so I'll speak as the character.
Yeah, okay.
So I guess you guys are having breakfast now,
Well,
and
I'm having breakfast, and I assume Jack will also have breakfast. What do you think, Jack?
I, I'm glad to have bread and tea with you.
All right then. So yes, Rhinolinia.
and so I have my own kind of diet rule, and then maybe you guys will talk about how you gonna do for the next adventure or something. And so like during the breakfast, so maybe like uh, but I actually also have the morning routine.
I see.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
And so if you have a plan, like you guys need to kind of make a plan for the day, then hmm,
Well, yes, I think tea is in order first, and then, yes, some plans should be made. I do have some fruit if you like, some dried fruit and a fresh apple.
that'll be great.
Ah, please, Alexander, fruit, apples, and nuts if you can see them there. So from over in the where the other food has been coming from, a basket comes over and floats to you with some apples, a few apples, and some dried fruits and nuts.
Great. Thank you.
Well, please help yourself. And actually, I'll take one of those too. And he grabs it and he starts slicing it into the pan with the bacon and the egg. Jack, bacon, egg, or
Yes.
just bread?
Bacon, egg.
All right. And he puts another egg on, and he's cooking.
Mhm.
Right. He cooks up breakfast and serves it himself to you, Jack. And he sits. He the other chair that he was sitting in last night scoots up between you and Rhinolinia. And he sits down and begins to eat and says, okay, so, well, Jack, this is actually your mission to return that letter. So I'll let you start with the planning.
Mhm.
What do you think?
Are you tell some plans for me?
Well, I think it's your letter, and what do you think of the plan? What do you think we should do?
Uh,
I will give you the information and lead you, but what is your plan for returning that letter?
I want you to lead me the mountain. Mountain. You said that the big house where green what his name green with
Tindarius, the Green Wizard.
green wizard lives like that.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yes.
Please take me there.
All right.
I think you know where the house is.
Yes, it's not so difficult. It's just up the mountain there. Yes. I'm happy to take you there.
Oh, really? Please take me there.
All right. Hmm. And how about you, Rhinolinia? Have you decided to join us or go back out into the nature, into the wild?
Hmm, maybe I'll follow. Sounds still interesting.
All right. All right then. Let's finish up our breakfast. And Rhinolinia, you said you have some morning
Yes.
ritual.
Yes.
Is that something you need to still do?
That will take 1 hour.
So, out of character, what is your, can you tell me a little bit about your, as the dungeon master, can you tell me a little bit about what your,
Making potion, like ritually.
oh, are you talking about the holy water?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So you have 2 vials of holy water already. Do you want to make more?
That lasts long time.
Holy water is holy water. It lasts. Yeah. It's holy until you use it. Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm. So yeah,
okay.
if you need more, of course you can make more, but how much you have to.
Oh,
So on your sheet, yeah, I
maybe
see you have 2.
maybe two is fine. And I'm sorry, I gotta go check the fire.
The real fire. Yes, go ahead. Yes, it's so cold in real life here. I wish we had the magic we have in the game to actually help in the real life. That would be very pleasant. All right. Okay, so what do you think? are you good? Or do you need to do? You're good. Okay. All right. So you don't need to do anything else. Okay. All right. And Jack, do you need any preparations before you go?
Oh, I'm okay.
Okay. Yes.
The dog will come with us.
Well, he's your dog now. So I think you said you fed him last night a little bit, and um, do you want to give him a piece of bacon?
Sure.
Okay. You can ask Gemini for that if you like. Also, he slept under the tree with you, so he seems to be friendly with you. Your spell, uh-huh,
Yeah, because he was under a spell.
his the spell you cast will end in today's afternoon around 4 o'clock. But like I said last time, he's a dog, and if you treat him nicely, he'll probably just keep being your companion, more or less, even without a spell, I would imagine, if you want. So it's really up to you.
And the castle is not so far.
No, it's less than a day. It's just a hike, just hiking up the mountain a little bit.
So when he needs to go back his place, he can go back
Okay.
easily.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Good. Okay. All right. All right. Well then, so do you want to ask? So you asked for a piece of bacon, and Gemini slides the small piece of bacon off for the dog.
Thank you.
Huh, you're quite welcome. All right. I don't think he's going to get along with Marantha, but that's okay because Marantha will not come with us for now. So she'll stay behind. All right, so let's get ready to go. So Gemini goes over to his little area there and starts changing his clothes a little bit, like rearranging and getting ready, maybe getting his pack ready there. And so you guys can get ready too.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right. All right, so he arranges things and puts out the fire, starts to put out the fire, and so puts everything away, and he says, well, let's be on our way. So he grabs his pack and his walking stick and sets out the door for you guys to follow. All right. All right, so you walk through the forest, but this time there is actually a path. Path.
Road.
Yeah, like a little road.
Okay.
A little just walking path.
Yeah. Okay.
Back up to the main road. And then he turns away from the town and starts walking. And it's very nice morning. You see a few of the shopkeepers walking with their carts towards the town with vegetables and things like that. Maybe getting ready to set up for the morning market or something. Rhinalina, you saw the market on your way in, yeah? And you pass them. And then after that, you come to another path off to the left. And Gemini says, well, it's this way. Shall we go? Are you ready for a walk?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So you walk up, and it takes a couple hours. Just up the mountain, through the woods, over some rocks, but it's not a difficult path. It's a very easy path, but it goes up through the valley, up onto the side of the mountain, and you come to a kind of stone tower.
Oh.
Not like a castle, like more like one tower of a castle, yeah?
Mhm.
It's kind of a classic wizard's tower.
Mm.
And it's made of gray stone. It looks pretty old and not in perfect shape.
Mhm.
It doesn't look abandoned, but it's not perfectly clean and shiny. It looks old.
Mhm.
And there's ivy growing up the side, one side of it. And at the top, there's a peaked roof with a green, like a green banner. Banner is like a flag, but usually kind of longer, you know, not like the squarish rectangle flag, but really kind of long. Yeah. And it's just kind of hanging. It's a little bit tattered. It's not so sharp as it used to be. A little broken a little bit. But from one of the chimneys at the top, you see some smoke kind of curling out. So, well, welcome to the Green Wizard's Tower. And there's there's a few steps up, and then a very big, strong, old-looking wooden door with brass rings. So,
I'm asking Gemini.
Gemini, yes.
I'm asking Gemini. Do you know where? I think you know where. What is this building? Right?
Yes, of course. This is the Wizard's Tower.
We have to check whether it's true or not.
Are you asking in character, or are you just thinking out loud?
I'm thinking as
Yeah,
character.
okay.
Character.
You're thinking, not, okay.
Mm.
So,
I'm asking Gemini. Gemini.
yes.
Gemini. I'm asking Gemini. Should we enter this building to check whether this place is Green's house or not? Huh?
Yes. Well, look, I'm not a real wizard, as you discovered. But I definitely don't recommend trying to sneak into a real wizard's tower.
Oh, I see. Oh.
Back at my house, you only met a crossbow and a friendly fake wizard. But and from what I've heard of Tindarius, he's not a bad guy, I think. But yeah, do not go sneaking around a wizard's house.
But the Jack has a letter to pass to the Tindarius.
Right.
Right, then perhaps no sneaking is necessary. Take it from a professional. Only sneak when you have to sneak.
Yeah. Okay. Can I visit the building? Knock knock or say hello?
Yes, of course. So you're not right in front of the tower yet, but you've climbed up the last little stairs of the trail, and there's a clearing, and you're still
Does that
30 meters away. You're still maybe 30 meters from the actual tower. So
it seems dangerous?
How about like
what?
checking? What?
Yeah, if you like to check with a roll, you can probably find out some information about it. Jack, do you have
Perception. Insight.
How about investigation?
Investigation.
I have +1.
+5.
Oh, then why don't you do?
So are you thinking, so perception will just be what you notice, and investigation will be kind of what you notice, like some clues that you notice about how safe it is or something. In this case, investigation might be better.
Okay, I'm using this skill, investigation.
Right. Go ahead and give me a roll of your d20. Yes, that one. Cool. Nice sound. 6. 6. Okay. The little dot goes to the bottom. So yeah, 6.
Yeah, 6. And +5.
+5. Okay.
+5. Yeah.
So 11.
11.
Okay. Well, from what you see of the tower, the situation, the stone, and the so it just looks old and not really well kept, but that someone is living there. Okay. And I mean, you don't really know for sure, but it doesn't look like or feel like really evil things are going on here.
Very.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, you never know what's really going on inside, but it doesn't have the look or, signs of really bad place. So. And Jim and I did tell you that Tindarius doesn't seem to be a bad character. Just generally warning you against sneaking around wizards' houses. That can be dangerous.
So does that mean it's pretty safe to enter the building?
You mean opening the door and entering, or knocking?
Knocking and call someone. Say hello.
You feel like it's probably okay, reasonably safe to knock. Yeah.
Okay. I will knock the door and say hello loudly.
Okay.
Mm.
So you grab the brass door and knock, maybe, or a
Up.
big brass ring. Bong, bong, bong. Okay. All right. So you're knocking.
And loud, hello.
Okay. Rhinalina, what are you doing?
Just watching.
Are you watching from the 30 meters away, or did you walk up to the door with him?
Maybe I'll be a little away from him because yesterday when I came into the house with him, we both got a little danger.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So this time I'll watch him a little far out for just in case.
That's smart. Okay. All right. And Gemini walks up close to the door, but hangs back a little bit at the bottom of the steps, waiting for you, Jack. Okay, so when you bang on the door with a big brass ring, you hear the sound in the tower behind, like boom, boom, and nothing happens for about a minute, and then you hear a voice in your mind.
Mind. Oh.
So it's not an actual voice that you hear out loud. It's a voice in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, "Oh, you're so early. Please, just a moment. I'm coming right down."
Wow.
In your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Rhinalina, you don't hear that. Only Jack. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of surprise.
Then I see that he's surprised, and then I wonder what's going on.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
Okay, I'm waiting for someone.
Okay. It doesn't take long, less than a minute after, the doors
Open.
kind of open a little bit, about big enough for just a large dog to go through.
What Gemini doing then?
He's at the bottom of the steps. There's like 5 or 6 steps, stone steps leading up to the door. And you're there. And he's at the bottom with one foot up on a step and the other foot on the ground. And he's just kind of watching.
Oh, just watching.
So the doors open about large enough for a dog to come through. And from between the doors, you see a little dragon's head.
Dragon head.
A little green dragon's head pops out, and you hear in your mind again, "Oh, I'm sorry to keep you waiting." May I have your name?
Of course. Of course. My name is Jack Will.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Jack Will.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
May I ask your business with the master, Tindarius Green?
Oh,
May I ask your business with Tindarius Green, my master?
Still
oh,
talking in the mind.
Yes, and only Jack hears it right now.
I see.
oh,
But Rhinalina, you see Jack having a kind of one-sided conversation.
Right.
mm,
And I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But do
gosh,
I know what's going on? Like I can guess. I have a experience, or that maybe my druid friend told me that could happen, or
Hold on, let me see your. That's a good question. Well, you could guess that this is like a familiar. You know, this is a wizard, and you could guess that this is a familiar. And some familiars are able to communicate telepathically. So you could guess that maybe that's the kind of situation that's going on with Jack, that he's. And Jack, let me give you a picture really quick of what you're looking at. Hold on. I have a picture I can share. Just a moment. Okay, the color is wrong, I'm sorry, but this is kind of what you see.
oh,
But green.
green.
Yeah.
the little mouse is in the danger.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's no mouse actually. This is just the mini dragon.
Mhm. Okay, I'm answering him. I'm
Hmm.
answering him the honestly.
Hmm.
So I'm telling him I have a letter from my old friend to your master Green.
I see a letter.
Letter.
Oh, may I see it?
Uh, of course. I I'm trusting you.
So do you show or?
Yeah. I'm showing him with grabbing.
Okay, you're holding
Yeah.
on to it.
Yeah.
You're you're not going to give it away again. Okay, good. And the the doors open wider now.
Mhm.
And now you see the dragon
Mhm.
flapping his wings, yeah.
Clapping. Yeah.
And he comes just a little closer,
Mhm.
and he stretches his neck out and looks. He gets really close to the letter,
Mhm.
and he looks at the seal. You know, there's a wax
Yeah.
seal
Yeah. Yeah.
from your colleague,
Mhm.
Philip. And so he looks at that, and then he pulls back for a second. Just a moment. Yes, please come in.
Wow.
Be our guest. I'll tell my master right away.
Thank you. Thank you. And
And then,
I want to call Lionelina
yeah, so
to come with me.
just at that moment, he notices Rhinalina back there, and also Gemini down at the bottom, and says, are these your friends?
Yes, they are.
I see. Will you welcome them too?
I will.
Hmm. Go ahead.
Yeah. Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on.
Would oh come.
Okay. And Gemini also starts slowly stepping up the steps behind you.
Mm.
And Rhinolinia, I guess, comes. Yeah,
How about that dog?
that's up to you.
I'll ask him if he wants to come with me or not.
So you kind of ask, okay,
Okay.
in dog
Do you
language.
wanna
Yeah.
go in with us? Like,
All right. So he was sitting there next to you, like looking at this stuff, and he like kind of looks up and looks away and kind of. So he's kind of not sure. Seems
okay,
to.
then he won't. I just tell him like you can stay around here.
Okay. So then he just goes back to like the edge of the clearing, where the trees and stones are, and he just kind of walks in there and circles around, and then lays down, looking in your direction, like he's gonna wait there.
To go check the fire.
Go ahead. Quick. All right. So Jack, we're coming up to follow you, and
Mm. And
as soon as Rhinolinia is done stoking our fire.
do you check your fire so often?
Yes, it burns a lot of wood. Is the fire good? Is it burning well?
I hope so. I started the wood, but the coals were a little low.
Okay. Well, I hope it'll go and keep us warm. It's cold. All right. But in the game, it's not cold yet. It's still early November. So, all right. So Rhinolinia and Gemini are now behind you, Jack. So, shall we go in?
Let's go.
Let's go. All right.
Let's go. Let's go.
Can I do the like some check inside or something?
Sure. What are you wanting to do?
I just I don't know, really make sure, well, cannot maybe really make sure, but to see what's going on in this building, like there is no any danger or like what's there.
Well, hmm, similar to what Jack did when he did his kind of.
That was
That was investigation. So are you're not going to really search? So you're being invited in, and so if you take time to search, that could be take time and would be, you know, a social issue. So are you thinking to do search, or are you just trying to like you're just looking around and trying to get some information through your senses about what's going on? Is that okay?
More like naturally doing
Then why don't you
or
just give me a
intentionally.
Then why don't you give me a perception check? You probably have a good perception.
I have +5.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Then, yeah, go for it. Why don't you give me a roll?
Eh? 6 or 9?
Is the dot goes at the bottom of the number.
I don't know which one is bottom.
Do you want to show to the camera?
Ah,
That's a 6.
okay.
Yeah, it's right next to the 9 though. Is that the one, the 6 with the? So the dot shows the bottom. So, yep, that's the 6. Yeah. Okay, so 6 plus 5 is 11, right? So, yeah, you don't really feel anything really creepy about this place, but and you don't have a lot of experience with wizards' towers, but you do know that magic and wizards are known to be eccentric and strange. So, I mean, wizards' towers have spells all over them, so you do know to be careful, but you don't feel any evil around, so you don't get that feeling.
Okay. Okay.
Is that good? All right. So you'll follow? Right. So as the little dragon sees that you're going to follow him, he turns around and crosses. There's a hall, like a little bit of a hall there, and a stair that starts going up. So he flies over to the stair and looks over his shoulder, and now in both of your minds, you hear him speaking. Well, yes, just this way, up the stairs. Please follow me. And he starts going up the stair.
Where is Gemini?
He's following. He's between Jack and you, right, Alina? Because he was closer.
I'm the last person.
Yes. At the moment, you're the last person. And as you step onto the stairs, the doors slowly close behind. And in the hall, it's a little dusty. You pass pretty quickly, but you just notice it's a little bit dusty, but seems kind of comfortable. And there's a lot of wood and like velvet furnishing in there. And there's many tapestries hanging with like magical animals and magical creatures all over the tapestries. Dragons, unicorns, all kinds of creatures, some that you've seen or heard of, or some you don't really know. Okay, like that. And yeah, it's pretty interesting, kind of beautiful in its own way. And there's lights, like fires, but not smoke. There's just kind of glowing fires around so you can see the tapestries. And then you get onto the stair and you go up and you see other like strange floating things around, and it's a wizard's tower. There's like a floating mirror floating around in a ball, and but the little dragon leads you up to the fourth floor, kind of, and then opens the door and guides you in and down a short hall, and a door opens onto a small room. And he says, in your head, you hear his voice again. He says, this way, please. Here is the master, Tindarius Green. The door opens and the little dragon kind of motions with his head for you to enter. And you hear an old man's voice say, not in your heads, actual voice, "Oh, welcome, my visitors. It's been a long time. Please come in and sit down."
Thank you. I'm going into the hall, small hall, toward him.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there.
Okay.
Of course, I say hello. Nice to meet you, Master.
So, hello and welcome. So you see, in this room, it's a little crowded with stuff. Like you see more tapestries and some statues of magical creatures, and there's a lot of stuff around. And it's dusty a little bit, but looks comfortable, not totally unused, just not well cleaned. And there's a fireplace, a very big, nice fireplace, roaring fire, and a desk next to the fireplace. And there's an old man sitting there with a beard and a green hat and green robes behind the desk. And there are 4 chairs kind of around the desk and around the fireplace. And there's a small table in between all the chairs and the desk. And there's tea set up there. And so, Jack, I guess you sit in one of the chairs. Yeah.
Yes.
They're very comfy old chairs, but when you sit down, there's a little bit of dustiness, but just a little. But they're very comfy. Rainalina, what about you?
I'm still standing kind of little behind Jack.
Okay. Gemini walks in behind you, Jack, and sits down and kind of motions to the tea. And the green wizard says, "Oh, yes, of course, be my guest, help yourself." And so Gemini says, "Thank you so much." And he pours himself a cup of tea. And he gestures to you, Jack. Tea? So it looks like Gemini is ready to pour you a cup of tea, Jack, if you like.
Gemini showed gestured
Yeah,
to
you. No. So I'll run through that one more time. So Gemini points to the tea and looks at the green wizard. And the green wizard says, "Oh, yes, please, of course, help yourself." So Gemini pours himself a cup of tea and then kind of looks at you and with the teapot as though he will pour you some tea.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I'm drinking.
Okay, and he pours you tea and hands you the tea. And then Gemini looks back over his shoulder at you, Rainalina.
Okay, but thank you.
Okay. And so, wait, right, Alina, do you come into the room or are you in the hall?
I'm in the room,
You're in the room,
but
okay.
Standing?
standing and near the door
Mm.
Near the door, okay.
and entry.
Near the door, yeah. Okay. All right. It's a fairly small room. It's not a really big room. It's kind of comfy sized room for a tower. Okay. So once we're all in, the little dragon comes in, the door closes, and he flutters up and then curls up on top of the mantle above the fireplace. And he just kind of curls up there like a cat and just kind of seems to be resting there. So then the green wizard behind the desk, he's like between the desk and the fireplace. His desk is kind of at an angle, so he's near the fire. And he looks at you, Rhinolina, and says, "Oh, please have a seat if you like, and tea if you like."
Well, nicely I say thank you for your offer, but I am comfortable to be standing and yeah, stay here.
All right. Well, of course. If I weren't so old, I would love to be standing too, but it's been a long life, so I'll stay seated if you don't mind. So, I hear you have a letter for me. Is that right? From my dear friend Philip.
Philip.
Yes. It's been so long. Do you know Philip?
Yes, he was my ex-coworker at the
Really?
at the college. Actually, I am an artificer.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're a bit younger than him. Did you study under him? Did you study with him?
With him.
Wow. Wow. That's wonderful. How is he doing?
Oh, he did very well.
It's been so long since I've
Oh, really?
heard from Philip.
Oh, really?
Oh, we had such good times at that university.
Oh. By the way, this is the letter from him to you.
Ah,
Wait,
really, for me?
wait. Before I give you this letter, I'd like to you as a real tedious green man, my friends searching my friend's friend.
And when you say this, you notice Gemini giving you a dirty look, like. But the green wizard doesn't seem to notice, and the green wizard says, the real green wizard, well, as far as I know, I'm the only green wizard in this area, and the only green wizard who knows Philip.
Okay.
That's a funny question. Huh.
Oh.
I don't.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
you know, sir, I'm a little. I've been known to be a little strange, so I just can't imagine anyone trying to Pretend to be me. Oh, that's funny. Well, I think I'm the real Green Wizard. Oh, I'm not sure. Am I the real Green Wizard? Speaking to the dragon. And the dragon looks up like,
please forgive me. Please forgive me. That's my mistake.
oh, don't worry about it. It's just
Thank you.
quite funny.
I was quite nervous.
Ah,
So
I understand.
please forgive me. I trust you. Okay, I trust you. That's the letter for you
Well,
from my friend.
it is an
Please,
important
please,
letter.
please.
It is
Please.
an important letter, I assume. So may I?
Yes,
And he
you may.
reaches.
Of course. Of course.
He reaches halfway across the desk and. Here. I'll take the letter. Hold on. Oh. Yes. Oh. Yes, that's Philip's seal. Yes.
It's yours.
Yes. Well, thank you. I'm sorry. What is your name again?
My name? Jack Will.
Yes.
Jack Will.
Jack Will. Well, Mr. Will.
Mhm.
Well, you're very lucky to have worked with my dear friend Phil.
Yeah, I think so. I'm lucky. I was lucky.
And thank you for this. You must have come very far.
Can I interrupt?
Yeah, sure.
Insight does check in about the person.
Yeah, insight is really useful in social situations.
I have +5.
Okay. So what do you want to do?
Can I check that this? No, the real Green Wizard or not? This guy.
Sure. Give me a roll. I mean, you can't know if it's really the real Green Wizard, but you can get a good guess, of course. Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, of course. Give me a roll.
It's not my problem, but.
That's okay. I mean, you're here, so.
Yes, I'm here.
What'd you get?
I have 6.
So you have 6, yeah.
Really won't be so useful. And then also I need to go check the fire.
I'll go ahead and check the fire. Is the fire going okay? Oh, Jack, I see a lot of smoke out of the fire. But I see some fire. Okay. I see some real fire, not just smoke. All right, so. Wow, it's windy outside. The wind outside is blowing some very cold air into this house. Okay, Rainalina, you're back, okay? Okay, so Rainalina, you just see a kind of funny old man who seems to be pretty honest and not faking anything. Like that.
That doesn't really count.
So are you okay? I'll go back to. Right. So he takes your letter and he says, so you must have come so far. Thank you so much for delivering this letter.
No problem. My pleasure. Don't you read that?
Oh, it looks so important. And I think it's very rude to read in front of one's guests. So.
Oh, really?
And he tucks it away into his desk in a drawer. Seems that he slides open a drawer and tucks it in. So, well, how can I help you? You've come so far and so long. Um, please, I hope you'll rest for a moment. Tell me, tell me about the university. How it's going there, and why did you leave the university? Did you come just for this letter?
Actually, I was an astronomer.
An astronomer.
Astronomer, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
That's fascinating.
Sage astronomer
I see. You were studying astronomy in the.
in the university. With your friend, your old friend. What's his name again?
His name is Philip.
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 Philip. Philip. Philip. And I and Philip was studying about space.
Really? He was.
Yep.
He was interesting. He was studying space now.
Yeah. And I became an astronomer, and Philip dropped down, dropped
Dropped out or dropped?
dropped down, dropped. He gave up to be an astronomer.
Yes, I see.
Mm.
Well,
Around then, he wrote the letter to you.
I see.
I think.
Well, magic was always his best thing. So.
Magic?
Yes, yes. Philip is a wizard.
でしたっ
Basically.
け
Mhm. Philip is another wizard, but you were working with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yes,
yeah,
I know.
he was a wizard, yeah. Yes, well, magic was mainly his thing. He was so talented too. I would love to hear more about it sometime. But to be honest, I'm getting a little hungry.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Would you care to join me for some lunch?
Lunch? Lunch?
So it took you a few hours to get up there, and you got started after breakfast in the morning. So it's yeah, getting close to lunchtime. So, to a normal lunchtime. And he's an old man, so he keeps strange hours. So yes, would you like to join me for lunch?
Yes, of course. Of course. I am.
Wonderful. Just a moment. I'll
Let's go lunch.
yes, lunch.
Lunch.
So the little dragon pops up when he hears let's have lunch, and he flies out. The door opens, he flies out of the room. Okay. And then soon after, these flying monkeys come in, okay?
Monkey.
With monkeys, flying monkeys.
Mm.
Some flying monkeys come in with trays,
Mm.
you know, covered dishes, yeah,
Mm.
and brings them in, and one of them clears the table of the tea and sets them down, and two more monkeys come in with another table, and then two more monkeys come in with other dishes, and they just keep coming in and out and putting several silver dishes with lids, yeah, on the table, on the two tables, and also one on the desk in front of Tindarius, the Green Wizard. And after they finish, and they bring in also a jug of a very nice, beautiful decanter of wine
Wine.
and some glasses.
Mhm.
And then they all go out. And the dragon comes back into his spot over the mantle. And the wizard was actually seemed to be kind of napping while all of this was happening. He was kind of sitting back. But after everything is set, a bell rings. Ding! And he kind of wakes up again. Oh, oh, excuse me, I'm very sorry. Oh, when you get to be my age, sleep comes in the most unexpected times. Well, shall we eat? And he opens up his silver dish, puts the cover down. Ah, yes, yes. And he starts digging in to his meal. It's steaming hot, and maybe you smell lamb, the smell of lamb coming from his dish. What do you?
Me?
I wanna do the ritual poisoning thing. Hmm?
Do you want to cast as a ritual or as a
Detect. Huh?
detect poison? Detect.
Yeah.
Yeah, poison or disease, maybe.
This poison is not include the magic.
Right. I'm pretty sure that will not cover magic. Just normal poisons. But let me check really quick. Let me just double check. That's a good question. Hold on, I've got it. But are you? So a ritual will cost you 10 minutes of a ritual, and you'll have to, you know, do some ritual stuff. Hold on. Detect. Oops, that's not detect poison and disease. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It's just poison and disease, not magic stuff. Yeah.
But then I can do the ritual detect magic.
That's right. So, but if you, those rituals will take 10 minutes each. And you'll have to do some stuff like, wave your arms around and, like that kind of stuff. So are you going to take the 20 minutes or you can also just cast one of those spells?
I won't cast. I won't cast.
Okay. So you'll start the ritual. Which one will you do first?
I think I'll go magic because it's a wizard place.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. So you start kind of doing some little ritual stuff there. Okay. And Gemini opens up his, yes, a nice lunch. And he picks up his fork and his knife there on the table, and he starts cutting into his looks like pork maybe.
Can I do the ritual for the old foods there? Like everyone.
Well, if you do
in the
detect
one-
magic, everything in like 30, I don't know, 10 meters, I think will, 10 meters will
Oh.
start glowing. And you're in a wizard's tower, so there'll be a lot of stuff glowing probably.
Ah. Right. Not only food.
Yeah, probably. Everything magic will glow.
Oh, sure.
Okay. So you start doing your little ritual, and the dragon kind of looked up on the mantle, like sits up and like looks at you, like, and then in your head you hear his voice. Are you okay? Does there seem to be a problem?
Just for my comfort. Sorry for being.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have we made you uncomfortable?
No, it's not about you. It's about just my way.
I see. Well, we all have our different ways.
Thank you.
And have you opened your food at all, or have you opened your tray, or no?
Well, I can open the tray.
Okay.
I open the tray.
In your tray, you see lots of roasted vegetables.
Oh, how they know I'm vegetarian?
I don't know.
Like all the tray has roasted vegetables.
Jack, have you opened your tray?
Yes.
Okay. So you look over at Gemini's tray, and it has, yeah, a little bit of carrots and a potato with pork, but
So it's different.
and and Jack, you have like a whole chicken in your tray, a whole roast chicken.
Jack also loves chicken.
Yeah, my favorite.
Yeah, and of course some seasonal vegetables, carrot and potato next to it.
Now I have a question.
Yes.
So, for example,
Hmm.
if it was a whole like magical food that it show the food is that what the person wanna eat.
I'm sorry, one more time, the first part of your question. If
So if the food was totally magic, like magical food that the wizard made,
hmm.
like it's casted, the each person see or
Okay.
I don't know if that's actual food, but each person will have a different food that what they like to have.
Okay, that's a good question, but I can't really answer your question. So you can imagine a few different scenes. Okay, one, that this food is totally an illusion,
Mm-hmm.
just whatever you want to see. That's
Mm-hmm.
of course a possibility
Mm-hmm.
that you maybe comes to your mind as a person who lives in a magical world. Number two, these the wizard or something in the house could have read your mind and then magically prepared some real foods that were just to your liking.
In a both case, with my ritual, the magical detecting spell, both glow.
Only the illusion food would glow.
Oh.
So if a spell made the food as real food
Hmm.
and not magical food, uh, okay, so if somebody used some weird spell to make food, okay, the food would not be magical. And so they wouldn't glow in the detect magic, yeah. But if they made some magic food that did something weird to you when you ate it, like made you giant or made you small, that would glow because that would be magical food, yeah. So
Or the turn into the flying monkey.
yeah.
Okay.
That's very clever. Yes, so if the food was magical food that after you ate it turned you into a flying monkey, then that would glow. But if it was just normal food that was made with magic, it wouldn't glow because it would be normal food after the spell was finished. Can you understand that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if the food has some magical effect of its own, then it would glow. Yeah. Good? Okay. All right. So you're going to keep casting your spell, right? Okay. All right. So Jack, how about you?
I'm just eating the lunch.
All right.
Of course, after Lina's checking.
Oh,
You're going to wait.
after.
You're going to wait 10 minutes.
Mm, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So you're not eating yet.
After you check.
Okay. So you're going to
After you
wait.
are,
So,
yeah.
Okay.
okay. You're going to wait. Okay. All right. So, well, Rhinalini, you open your plate and there's roasted vegetables there steaming. And Jack, you see your whole chicken. And Gemini is just eating his pork um, and his vegetables and pouring himself a glass of wine. And he looks over. Gemini glances at you, Rhinalina, but then quickly looks over at Jack. And
Glance?
glance means a quick look.
Oh.
Gemini takes a quick look at you and then looks over at Jack. And it's like, are you going to eat that chicken?
I love chicken. I love chicken. And give me a minute.
Okay.
Can you?
Because if you're not going to eat it, I'd love to have one of those drumsticks, one of those legs, if you don't mind.
Mhm.
I'd be happy to give you a little slice of this pork.
Pork?
Do you like pork too?
No, I don't. I don't.
Ah,
I don't have pork.
that's too bad. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, so he goes back to eating his pork. And Tindarius is really just enjoying his lamb, but he's eating very slow.
Mm.
And he seems to be really into it. And then he kind of glances up, like, oh, it's wonderful, isn't it? Are you enjoying?
When my spell finished, ritual.
Well, I mean, it takes 10 minutes, so.
Oh.
Okay. So.
Okay, then I'll go check fire.
And
Well, we won't actually have 10 minutes of full game time, but
mm,
but everyone else is going to be eating while you're waiting. So,
mm,
so Tindarius is eating, and he's eating pretty slowly. I mean, he's old, and he's kind of, and he's eating lambs, which is
mm.
lamb is a little bit tough to eat. So, and Gemini is finishing up, and
Already finishing up?
well, it's getting close to your 10 minutes, so I guess he was hungry.
Oh.
And he sits back with his glass of wine, and he's sipping his wine. And so, Rhinalina, your spell is done,
Okay.
and nothing is glowing at all in the whole room. There's nothing. You cast your detect magic, and you don't see anything glowing in the room.
Mm. Let's have let's have let's have dishes.
Yes, let's have. Can we do the warm up spell or warm up ritual?
Uh,
Ah, I have fire.
Yes, you do. Are you going to re-roast your vegetables?
Little bit. Slightly warming up.
Yeah, hold on a second, Rainalina. Let me see. Uh, Jack, what is... No, you don't have. Okay, just a second. Let me see. Oops. Maybe there's a spell. Oops, I spelled it wrong. Okay, there. Hold on. Okay, Ryan and Alina, I will let you. You have the spell thaumaturgy as a cantrip, I think. Do you? Look on your spell list in the cantrips, the upper left. Do you see one that's
Hi. Yes.
thaumaturgy? It's a THAUM.
Yeah.
All right. So you can cast that to have minor magical effects. And I think that slightly warming up your food is under that, but not a lot, just kind of warming up a little bit. Yeah. So
Good.
yeah.
And then can I do the Jack's food too?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Great.
So
Ding.
okay. So you start eating. It's delicious, by the way.
Mhm.
Good.
And Gemini is sipping his wine and says, you guys are so slow.
Yes, we are.
I mean, I love to savor a good meal, but I'm hungry, and that was good pork. Wine?
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Okay. And he keeps sipping his wine. And Tindarius is, by this time, pretty much almost done with his lamb, and he finishes up, and he looks pretty satisfied. And, so good. Oh, I see you. You must be enjoying it. You're taking your time. Yes, please savor it. Well, a little dessert sure would be nice, or something a little sweet. Oh, Jack,
Mhm.
this letter from Philip reminds me when I was, even before university,
Oh,
when I was just a young child
mhm.
zapping ants with magic in the forest when I was just a child. Of course I don't do that anymore. I was a child. When I
Ants.
was ants,
Ants.
children do that. Well, when I was just a little child in my hometown, not far from here, there was the best apple pies I have ever had in my very long life.
Mhm.
Oh, this letter, you remind me of those, oh, was Grammy's apple pies.
Mhm.
Grammy's apple pies. She was amazing. I don't know how she made these pies. It was so good. Oh, I'd love to have one of those pies again. Do you like apple pie?
Yes, I love that. I love it.
These were the best.
Your grandma's?
Oh, no, not my grandma's, but her name was Grammy.
Grammy.
I don't really know her real name. Everyone called her Grammy.
Grammy.
She had a little pie shop in the forest, out in the woods. They were the best. They were so good. I don't know what she put in those pies. Must have been some magic or something, but oh, they were so good. It's too bad though. Like years ago, she passed away, and the goblins took over her pie shop.
Goblin.
Goblins, yeah. I don't know what the goblins were doing with pie shop, but they took over the pie shop and just ran it into the ground. It's too bad. Nobody goes there anymore.
Do you wanna eat that again?
Oh, I'd give anything for one of those pies again. And you know I'm getting old, so not so many chances for me to have such delicious sweetness. Oh, yeah. If somebody, I'm sure she had a recipe somewhere in that pie shop. If someone could just,
なんかないかね。
well, what are you looking for?
Some skills or spell to find the pie or recipe.
Yeah, I think as a first level artificer, you don't have a lot to magically find the pies. You do have your body though, but so you're thinking some things.
I think this is the next goal.
Could be.
Next quest to find the recipe of the pie.
Yeah. Finding pie.
I wouldn't mind finding a pie right now. I'm speaking out of any character right now.
どうしよう。パイか。
Or we can make some pie here by ourselves.
You do have skill with cooking utensils.
It won't be the Grammys pie, but
Grammys. Like a nickname for a grandma, but no.
But can be our pie. But thank you for the nice lunch.
So while you're thinking about that for a second, the flying monkeys come back in with a little dish, a small dish, and sets down in front of each of you. And then they fly out. It's a very small shape like this, like a mini wine glass, if you imagine. It has a little pedestal, and it has a little tiny cover and a silver spoon right next to it. They set there. And so Tindarius opens, he says, well, it's not apple pie, but it's ice cream. Please try. And he takes his little spoon, starts eating. It's just a small scoop. Ice cream is incredibly rare in fantasy is. Because ice is not so common. And Gemini just, wow, he perks right up. Ah, ice cream. Yes. And he very slowly is enjoying his ice cream. Are you still eating your chicken and vegetables, or where are you at?
I really need to do the visual of the poison or no, not poison, the magic detective on the ice cream.
Which one?
Huh? Ice cream?
Poison or magic?
Magic.
Okay, you'll start doing the ritual again?
On the ice cream.
Okay.
And then mine is vegan ice cream. Yeah.
I don't know.
It must be. Well, anyway, I'll do ritual. 10 minutes.
Okay, you'll start waving
It'll be
your arms out.
melted.
10 minutes. Oh, 10 minutes, it's pretty long.
Yeah, a ritual takes 10 minutes. Yeah. So Jack, where are you at in your meal?
10 minutes か.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. I have purified food and drink.
Yes, you do.
If the ice cream has some poison or that is magical food, can this spell purify the ice cream?
So that spell will purify from poison and disease, but it won't affect magic. So if that food is magic, it won't change that. But it will purify if it's going to get you sick or something like that.
Oh.
But not magic. For that, you would need a dispel magic, which you don't have at this level. And anyways, trying to dispel an ancient wizard spell at first level isn't really going to probably work. So. Yeah.
What color the ice cream?
It's white.
White.
Creamy white. Creamy white.
Creamy white. How does smell?
Kind of milky smell, but not a strong smell because ice cream doesn't have a strong smell. It's not a fruit smell.
Okay, I'm having that, eating that.
It's delicious.
I'm eating that during Rhino is doing ritual.
Okay. Again, Rhinolinia, the little dragon is kind of just looking at you funny, like. But you don't hear any voice. So Gemini is taking his time, eating very slowly. Looks like he's enjoying. Jack, it's delicious. Tindarius is also like, ice cream. It's such a rare treat. You know, Jack, it's a good thing to be a wizard. Lucky that. Huh. Ah, but this ice cream sure would be nice with some apple pie. I can't get that out of my mind now. I wish I could go, but I'm just not in really condition to go tramping across the forest and mountains to Grammy's old place and zap some goblins.
Mhm.
Oh, I wish someone could go and...
I will. I will. I will. I will.
What?
I will. I will.
Real? What?
I will. I will. I will. I will go and to find pie, Grammy pie for you.
Really?
Really,
Are you serious? Really?
I'm serious.
I I really feel it's too much to ask after you've come all this way to give me a letter. But I miss that pie.
Mhm.
So that would be wonderful. Wow. That would be wonderful if you really?
Yes, I believe I can do that.
Oh, Jack, you're so kind.
Yes.
And of course, I'll share the pie with you,
Mhm.
and you'll love it. You'll love it. I'm sure you'll find it's worth it. But thank you.
You're
Oh,
welcome. Welcome.
well, thank you. Well, I'll tell you all about it. But please enjoy your ice cream.
Mhm.
Life is short. Please enjoy. And he goes back to, and he seems very happy. You just see a smile in his face while he's eating. And Gemini finishes, and he sits back with his wine again a little bit. And Rhinolina, your 10 minutes is close. You're about 7 minutes, maybe. Okay. And then the green wizard finishes his ice cream and says, "Ah, well, that was fine. That was nice. Well, Rhinolina, don't you like ice cream?"
Maybe I like it. Not maybe favorite, but well, because I'm not eating yet.
You, yes, well, please enjoy. As I said, life is short.
Yeah, thank you. I'm still young.
You're lucky. Oh. But that ice cream won't stay young forever, so please enjoy. So Jack,
Mhm.
um, okay. So Jack, thank you so much. I will give you
Mhm.
uh, directions
Mhm.
to Grammys. I have an old map somewhere,
Oh, really?
and he's kind of looking at his desk a little bit, and um, suddenly the dragon jumps off and flies out the door again. And so Tindere says, so I'll give you a map to Grammys, and so I'm sure she had a recipe somewhere there. And if you can find the recipe, then we can make the apple pie here. Um, I really suspect there was a little magic in those pies to be
Mhm.
so good. Um, and of course, well, goblins took over that place a long time ago. I don't know if they're still there, but you should be careful. Um, hmm. But yeah, it'd be so wonderful if you went. Ah, It'd be great. So I'll give you the map, and whatever you find there is yours to keep. Take it as a kind of treasure or finder's fee for finding this apple pie. But yeah, if you can bring the rest, just the recipe back, we can make.
Okay.
That would be wonderful. So my companion is finding the map for me, and I'll give that to you after.
Mm.
And I'm so happy. It'll be a fun adventure, but please do be careful of the goblins.
Okay.
I'll see if I can find something to help you, okay? And then he's, the dragon seems to have maybe found the map. So I'll go to the library. I'll be back, okay? Please, if you need anything, just call and the monkeys will bring it for you, okay?
Okay, monkey ね。
They're so nice, monkeys. Yeah, so excuse me, I'll be right back. So he gets up, and he's definitely old. And he gets up and he walks past you, and he bows to each of you as he walks past, and he walks out the door. He says, "I'll be right back. I'll get that map." Oh, and he rubs his hands together, and he kind of walks off down the hall, kind of whispering to himself. All right, so you're alone with Gemini now, and Gemini sets down his wine, and so, apple pie, yeah? Such an interesting adventure.
It could be fun.
Yeah, I think fun is the right word. Definitely not what I had in mind, but sure.
Do you want to go with me to find the recipe?
Yeah, why not? Sounds fun. Of course, if there's goblins, if I see goblins there, I'll have to rethink it. But sure, let's go check it out. Maybe they're gone. I don't know, but I'll start with you. I'm not too fond of goblins, sorry. But apple pie, yeah, sure. It'll be something new for me to tell people about. How about you, Ryan?
What is your closure with the green wizard?
Just being here, just meeting him for the first time.
Oh.
And then we'll say goodbye. That's enough. And that pork was pretty good closure.
How about my spell, ritual?
Oh yeah, sorry. Your detect magic is finished, and nothing is glowing in the whole room. So.
I see. Okay. And then I'll do the
Thaumaturgy?
thaumaturgy.
For what?
Make the ice cream pop.
I see. The ice cream has not melted.
Oh. Cool.
Maybe you don't need. It still seems ice creamy. Huh. So while the wizard is out, what do you think? Should we wrap up for tonight? It's getting late. This might be a good place to take up for next time. What do you think? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay. So we're in the room and we're all together and he's off finding the map for us. And yeah, that's a pretty natural place to stop. Do you have any questions about what's happened up until now?
If I find something valuable during the explorer to find the recipe,
Yes.
I should not pick that. Should not pick the something valuable.
Well, so basically what he said is you can basically keep anything you find during your little mission.
Mm.
So so it's really basically up to you. So he's only asking for the recipe. And he clearly he mentioned to you that you can keep anything else that you find there.
Mm.
So it'll be up to you if you want to, yeah, keep anything valuable or leave it, or you know, depending on who's there now or what's there now, who knows. But so he's not requesting anything except the recipe, and he's giving you permission that if there's anything, you know, unspoken for there, you can just have it. So
Okay.
that's right.
And monkey.
Monkeys, yes.
When I encountered something dangerous situation, can I call monkey?
You can try, but you're under the impression that he meant while we're in this room.
Mm.
The monkeys will bring you, you know, if you want tea or more wine or something like that, the monkeys will bring. But
I think Tinderia said that if I get a pinch, a dangerous situation, please you can call monkey. Didn't he?
No, that wasn't quite what he meant. He said if there's anything else that you want right now while he's in the map room. In the library.
Okay. For now.
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Good.
If I want something close or trinket,
yeah, or
goods or something useful, can I ask the monkeys to give?
You can try, but you get the feeling he meant more like foods or drink or like as a guest.
Mm.
Not as like a shopping or equipping. But you can of course try, but you get the feeling he meant more like as a guest, some foods or something like that. And
so can I take a bath or a shower?
You probably, but he's probably coming back soon because he's just gone to the library to grab the map. So, though, when he comes back, before setting out, you can probably ask him if you can take a bath or not, if you like, if you want to try it. You can try that. How about you, Rhinolina? What do you think? Are you good for now? Okay. So why don't we wrap up here? And so he's gone for just a few minutes. He'll come back within 10 minutes. That's the image you get. But I think it's a good time to stop because it's getting late, and we can kind of take up from there and go next time. What do you think? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll wrap up there, and yeah, after dinner and after dessert, after lunch and dessert, we'll take a little nap for a moment, okay, and come back after.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you. It was fun.
Thank you.
Thank you. And
That
thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah. Thank you. See you.
Good night.